thought it'd be fun to upgrade one of my AK-47s. You know, AK-47s have been around for a long time, and they're generally used by the aggressor people and aggressor nations of the world. The AK-47, which is at closer ranges, a fairly hard-hitting gun, was created in Russia, one of the biggest and most powerful aggressor nations we have on our planet. And so what these guys have done is produce these guns fairly cheaply and quickly, and they send their guys into battle. They don't care if those guys live or die. If he gets killed, they pick it up and give it to another guy and tell him to go. Anyways, the AK-47 is kind of a popular gun here in our country for sporting and for just general shooting. And our military in the past adopted the M16 in response to the aggressive behavior by the people with these guns that were created by an aggressor. Here's one of my AR-15s. It's the a semi-automatic version of the military piece that's used. So this is the weapon that was produced by the protectors. The protectors have to respond against the aggressors. This is not a weapon that's made just for aggressors. This was made in response to the nasty behavior of the aggressors. And so it has finally you know, all kinds of modifications and improvements have occurred over the years, and we have our adjustable stock. We have these rails where we can put all kinds of different attachments on it for our, you know, target shooting, hunting, very popular hunting rifle, or home defense or personal defense. So here we have, as I said, the gun that was created in response to the nasty behavior of the aggressors. And this AR-15 is not a weapon of war, as everybody tells us. They're not going to let me go out on the battlefield with a gun like this. I really don't think I'll last very long. This is not designed as a weapon of war. It has a similar appearance as a weapon of war, and apparently that's the problem with those people. So I hope you all got that and spread the word. This AR-15 is we could consider it a protector gun, not an aggressor gun. It is created, the M16 was created and used in response to aggressors. Alright, I feel better now. So the AK-47 has this wood furniture here. Not only is it a good place and comfortable to hold, but it protects our hand from the heat that accumulates, especially up here in the gas tube. The problem is, it wasn't made with the idea of putting attachments on it. You know, red dots and lights and all that. Many of them have a like this one has this side mount for a scope, so it has gained kind of like a reputation of a gun that really can't be modified or upgraded. Well, that isn't really true. It's just not quite as easy as the AR-15, because the AR-15, as we saw a moment ago, comes ready-made for you to put any kind of accessories on there you want. So, can we do that with the AK-47? Well, yes, we can. It's a little bit more difficult, but yes, it can be done. One of the ways to do this is to put these attachments or these accessories onto the AK-47. This particular setup here we have this 4-end piece with it's got a rail up on top, as you can see, and M-lock on all the way around the sides. Goes in place of the wood furniture here. Here's our dust cover piece that will be going on there. This is made by Sure Shot, so I picked that up. Took a couple weeks to get it. And then I have a Magpul stock here, which is made to go onto the back of the AK-47. And I thought I'd go ahead and upgrade the grip as well. All right, we have removed the furniture from the front end of the gun. In order to do that, you remove the magazine, make sure the gun is empty and safe. In this case, that was easy because this gun's never been loaded. But to remove this furniture here, the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remove your dust cover, your recoil spring, and your gas piston with your bolt here, because the end of this gas piston goes through this hole, comes out here, and enters your gas tube. And if you don't take the piston out, when you move this lever up, because it goes down here, right? When you move this lever up to get the flat side on this rotating piece over here, which you won't be able to see, straight up and down, so this will come off. This won't come off if the piston is up in it, and you won't be able to move it. Ask me how I know. And then the bottom piece, in order to remove this, there's this little, it's kind of like a little lever here. You push that forward. That allows you then to move this metal thing, this little metal bracket piece here. You move it this way, and that gets it off the end of the wood right here. And then this piece of wood just kind of drops down this way. And the other end is held into the front end of the receiver here, this opening right here, by this wooden piece that goes in there. All right, that prevents it from coming down. All right, good deal. So these are the pieces that we'll be putting on, the Sure Shot pieces. And remember the piece of the wood sticking out there, that tab that was being carved in there, which goes in the front of the receiver right here? Well, in the case of this piece, that's what this piece of metal here is that's sticking out. That'll slide right in there, prevent any rotation in this dimension. And so we're going to put all these pieces on. Okay, so we've installed the Sure Shot parts, the Magpul Zukov folding and adjustable stock for the AK, plus the Magpul grip. So turned out pretty nice. It was a bit of a hassle. If I were to do another one, I'd probably be able to accomplish it just in a few minutes, but that's because we learn as we go. So now I'll be able to put anything I want on these M-lock slots here, and of course something on top. I'm thinking of a Romeo 7 red dot, and I'm not sure what else. I did find that I couldn't really find a way to use my cleaning rod anymore, because when I slide it in, maybe I can try again, but it didn't want to go all the way. So we'll see about that. Was it fun? Yes, it was fun. Oh, another thing I may do is I may find an adapter that goes from the 14x1 reverse or left-hand thread of this barrel here to a 5/8 by 24 pitch thread. That way I could put, some kind of muzzle device on here. We'll see. It was fun. It looks good, I think. Even though I'll have to say, in the end, it was sort of anticlimactic, sort of. Another thing I noticed that was kind of interesting was everybody has these parts that say they're flat dark earth. They're also all different colors. So there's some separation between these when they're installed on the gun, so it's not super obvious that the colors aren't correct, you know, aren't matching. So I'll dig around through my stuff and see if I can come up with a red dot and a couple other things to put on here, and we'll see how this thing looks. I don't really have, at least, you know, before I made all these changes, I don't really have a planned use for this gun other than just having some fun. Here we have some accessories put on the AK. I was saying I'd probably go with a Romeo 7. There's the Romeo 7, sort of like a poor man's aim point, perhaps. And then I went ahead and put on a Surefire light there. I kind of like these. I have several of them, and they seem to work okay. Good lights and easy to charge. Good looking. They look good with most guns. I have some lights that will look good in one gun, but not really that good on another gun. So the next thing we want to do is address the muzzle brake of this gun. So what we'll be wanting to do is I'm going to take this off and put a different device on there. So what I'm going to put on here, at least for now, who knows, it may end up with something else in the future, is a Surefire Warden. So it's got a quick connect and disconnect arrangement on it, which goes on to this muzzle device here. The reason I kind of like this is because let's say I were to use this on my gun and decided that you know, I was going to get myself a suppressor. Well, the suppressor uses the same attachment as the Surefire Warden does. So you just go right on there. In order to do that, we're going to need to take this off. So we'll take this muzzle device off that came with the gun. It has a little plunger here, it's spring-loaded. So if you depress that, this will thread off. You'll notice that this is slanted. This muzzle device has got a slant on it. There's a reason for that. It's because when you fire the gun, not only does it want to go up, but it goes up on a little bit of an angle. So the slant will decrease that tendency of the gun to go up on that angle. But we're going to go with the Warden. So after I depress the plunger, I'm able to just go ahead and thread this off. You'll notice this is a reverse thread. So anyways, that comes off. So there is an issue though, and that is that the thread of the Surefire muzzle device here is different in thread type, pitch, and even diameter. So this won't thread on. And how we resolve that is with an adapter. So the adapter is the same thread as the end of the AK right here, which is a 14 millimeter, and the other side is 5/8 by 24, I think it is, and that's the same thread that is used here on the end of this. So first we put this on here, and then this can go on the adapter. What I did with this, let's see if I can show you. There it is. I cut a notch in here. It doesn't come with this notch, and so can you see that okay? The notch here is for this plunger pin to fit into, and I located this notch so that when this is in place and this is threaded on, this muzzle device is in the correct relationship. So in other words, like this. Well, I guess it'd be facing this way, because these two holes need to be directly on top, and that's the way I set it up. So let's put all that together. Alright, we have the Surefire Warden installed on the adapter, which fits on the threads there, and it's looking pretty good. So this will be a a fun gun. This could this be used for personal or home defense? Absolutely. It's a little big, a little heavy, but you know, everybody has different types of solutions for personal or home defense. And if you have something that's a little bigger and a little heavier, just going to take more practice. The only issue with this is the over penetration that you're probably going to have with, you know, around like the 7.62 by 39. They do make hollow points that you can get if you're going to use that for home defense. That's what I would recommend, because we have a responsibility of where our rounds go and how far they go. But it's turned out to be a fairly good looking rifle. Now, again, the color of this flat dark earth for Surefire doesn't match this. It doesn't match the Magpul stuff, and it doesn't match the little band I had on my magazine, which I don't have installed right now. But I think this is going to be a pretty fun gun. It was a little difficult for me to remove the furniture because it has that old school kind of a look to it, but that's okay. I've got others that you know, older ones that I won't be doing that to. This is a newer Riley Defense, and I decided to pick this up so I could modify it. I think we'll have a good time with it. If you'd like to put accessories on your AK, this is one of the possible solutions. There are others. Midwest Industries makes some stuff for AKs. There's actually quite a few options for you. Find the one that you like and go for it and have a good time.